Good morning. Long time no see. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing good. I guess there'll be replay viewers watching this. Welcome to new subscribers. Probably subscribing because of the bonsai or the geisha videos. Thanks for watching. I will be filming more in the fall. There's a lot more events going on in the fall, and things are opening up a lot more as the infections are going down. So I should be probably out more filming stuff. So I hope you enjoy those replays when I do put them up. I have an event next week, and I was going to do something today, but I'll probably go out next weekend to film some events. So it's Sunday morning here in Osaka. It is, hey Jonathan, good morning. Sunday morning here. It is 10:30, so I guess around 9:30 there. Joey, good evening. How are you? It's a beautiful day. We are in typhoon season, and it's been a pretty bad season. Nothing specifically bad for Osaka, but southern parts of Japan have been hit, and actually up in Tokyo was hit too. Usually Osaka's pretty sheltered. We're in a bay, so we don't get hit by the typhoon. Hey Cheryl, good morning. Hey Mariana, good morning. Japan is kind of like a cigar, kind of like diagonal cigar. So Osaka will only get hit if the typhoon hits right in the middle where Osaka is. But the typhoons usually come from the south, the Philippines, up to Japan. So they land on the southern parts first. Good morning, Bruce Lee. So they get it down there, it hits land there, and it's at its strongest. And then by the time it comes up to Osaka, it's usually weaker. So we don't usually get the brunt of it. So, but down south they got one last week. It was one of the worst in, I don't know, recorded history or something like that. Good morning, Margaret. Hello. Hey. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I got some treats, and it's been a while. Yeah, it's been 2 months. Paula, good to see you. Hey, I got a huge life update, massive life update, and I'll do it in a few minutes. I'll save the suspense. So, Matthew, hello, good morning. I'm gonna talk. I got a whole bunch of topics I'm gonna talk about. I usually don't talk too much, but about other topics, but this time I will. I got a list of stuff here, if people will stick around. Yeah, so we've been having typhoons. South of Japan got hit. Fukuoka was hit by like record rainfall. And then yesterday, Shizuoka was hit by record rainfall also, near Mount Fuji, that area there. So if it lands on the shore, wherever it makes landfall, that's where it gets hit the worst. So usually Osaka will get it when it's gone over quite a bit of land, it's lost power, and it's a much weaker, less windier, less damage. But we did get a big one a few years ago, a lot of damage here, but that rarely happens. Thankfully, rarely happens, but we get hammered by a lot here. Hey Denise, how are you? Thanks for I messaged you back. I don't know if you got my message, but so I was gonna do another broadcast today from a chicken festival. It was gonna be a doozy, but I didn't do it actually. So, but I'm gonna probably. Hi Robin, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. So I'm gonna do another one next weekend. So I'll do some more fall broadcasts. Bonsai season is coming, so there'll be tons of bonsai. The fall leaves. I got some. Now is a good time of year because during the summer it's too hot, so they don't do too many events. But now that it's kind of cooling down a bit, there's going to be a lot of good ones. And next week, I promise you, next week I'm going to film one that I've always wanted to film, but I just never. I don't know. Since I started filming, I've never seen it. But this is the first time. I used to go to it all the time, but I'm not gonna spoil. I'm gonna show you next week. And so, I miss talking too. I miss talking to everybody. I did take a break, so couple of things happened. I stopped. The last time I did a broadcast was on the 24th, and on the 24th of July. So it's been almost 2 months. I think today's the 24th, isn't it? I think today is the 24th. Halloween's coming soon. Yeah, Elvis is probably going to be back again. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to go out, but I will go out. It seems like every year that Elvis is going out earlier and earlier. I think by the time I hit 50, I'm probably going to be walking around in the daytime with an Elvis costume, and that'll look really weird because I'll just end up falling asleep by the time the sun goes down. So, hey Ariel, how are you? Thanks for coming in. So after on the 24th of July, that was the Gion Festival. That was the last broadcast. And there was, by the way, if anybody's on Twitter, you can go to YouTube and watch there and comment, and we can all read your comments. But I got the widget up, so I think you can see each other. So I hope that helps for everybody. If it does help, let me know. I'll do it more. So. But yeah, after the Gion Festival, 24th, that was the beginning of the worst COVID wave in Japan for the whole pandemic. On the 24th, it kind of started going up, and it just skyrocketed. By the middle of August, we had our worst wave by far. It was maybe like 5 or 6 times, maybe even more than anything we had before. Most hospitalizations and most deaths too. So it was a really bad wave, and that was mostly because people just kind of gave up and just wanted to go out. And plus Omicron was so contagious. Going to school, my school was, you could tell there were fewer people around. That's how many people were sick. Cyril, thanks for coming in. Yeah, and even like faculty and teachers, so many people were sick, and it was really bad. So August was the worst we had ever had, and I think Japan probably fueled a lot of the numbers that made the COVID numbers so high across the world. I think that at one point we had, Ario, hello, thanks for coming in. I think we had like 250,000 a day. I think it was something like that. Like really, really high, crazy high numbers. So it was really bad for a while. So that was one thing. And then after, it was around the middle of August, I had a problem with my cat. My cat got ill. And he has, actually I'm going to have a drink. I'm thirsty. Had a lump on his head. And he has, I brought him into the vet and I found he had cancer. So he needed treatment. They did a CT scan and biopsy, and it was malignant. And then they tried to find out what cancer it was, what kind of cancer, and more specifically, what kind of cells or something like that. And trying to find a specific treatment to treat that type of cancer. So it was chemotherapy was the best. Radiation was the other option, obviously. And yeah, so it's been that, and pills in the morning, pills at night, trying to force feed, dealing with chemo, side effects of that, trying to save money, which is another reason why I'm not really going broadcasting as much. And what was the other thing? Yeah, he was having seizures for a while, so I was here all day, every day. I couldn't do anything. So, and what else? Yeah, so he's actually kind of stabilized, thankfully. So, and actually it's reduced the size of his tumor. They gave him steroids to reduce the size of the tumor, and he stabilized. Yeah, it was crazy. it's crazy. So, but not only that, and I had to start work too. I'm preparing for work. I have a whole bunch of new classes I'm teaching, and I had to prepare work for that. So I've been totally swamped, and I don't have any time. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to bitch too much about it, but lost my older brother to cancer. Oh man, sorry to hear about that, Denise. Um, hey, Mama Bear, how are you? Thanks for coming in. So I'm fine, and the cat's doing a little better, but I don't know. I'm sure people have bigger problems, but everybody has their problems. That's mine. So yeah, I've been dealing with that, and so that's the past 2 months was like that with COVID. And in the COVID situation, people weren't. Some people were more hesitant about going out. I was too, so I didn't really go out much for that too. Yes, right, yeah, yeah. The steroids helped. It really reduced the size of the tumor a lot. So, all right, what else is going on? Japan opening its borders. Yeah, Japan opening its borders. So, Japan has done a great job of. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Mama Bear. They really did. Yeah, yeah. It helped a lot. It's been a difficult time. Hopefully, yeah, it's fine. I'm sure people got bigger problems, but yeah. So, Japan opening its borders. I think Japan has been doing a great job of stalling this opening as much as possible. I think it was in June when they first mentioned Japan is opening its borders. Hey, what's up? Nick, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Love is Blind, Japan. I don't know what that is. What's Love is Blind? Hey, Mike, thanks for coming in. This is just going to be a chat. Nothing special. So, but yeah. So, it's a rating game. Oh, really? Okay, I'll look it up. I never heard of it. Thanks for coming in, Nick. So Japan in June. Hey, Cindy, how's it going? On Netflix. Okay, Love is Blind probably has a. I wonder what the Japanese title is, because we would have Japanese Netflix here, so it would be a different title. On the Border, Mexican restaurant for dinner. Oh, cool. Ariel, yeah, I know your cooking is excellent, though. I'm surprised that you're eating out. I know your cooking is always better than what you've eaten out. So good to see everybody too. Yeah, definitely great to be back. Thank you, Cheryl. Yeah. So Japan opening borders. They've been. Yeah. Thank you, Marina. Yeah. Thank you so much. Nick, hey, thanks for coming in. Good to see you. In June, they said they were going to open their borders, but the catch was that you had to join a package tour, so you could not wander independently. And I think the funny thing was, I think it was like 2,500 people only went with those guided tours, and I actually saw them. They described it as North Korea style travel. Good to see you too, Cindy. So there was a Japanese tour guide, and then there would be people around them guiding them around. And it was just like when I was in North Korea, exactly like that. You had a fixed itinerary. You couldn't wander alone. You always had to stay with them. So that was to help the struggling tour companies, to give them the first bit of money. But nobody bit. Nobody wanted to do that. Nobody wanted to be on such a strict schedule, so they didn't do it. And then in June or July, they did it again. Japan opens its borders. This time they did it independently, that people had to buy the package tours. So they made two headlines of Japan opening its borders, but really they didn't open their borders. Were they all wearing yellow school? Yeah, that's right. Something like that. Actually, you know who it was? I saw a lot of Southeast Asians. So there was a lot of Indonesian and Thai. Those were the ones who seemed to be biting for it. So probably because they're so close and it's not much of a flight, somebody from North America is not going to spend all that money and fly all that way to get a, have a restricted tour. There's no way they're going to do that. So it was mostly local people, probably local countries that had cheaper packages, and that's who was taking those group independent tours. So then the single tours came on, and people still didn't really bite with that. And then, what was the next one in August? There was another one, and now the one they're saying, oh yeah, sorry, you did not need a tour guide, but it was visa. You needed a visa to enter, so you had to sign up to get a visa. And not only that, you have to have your 3 shots. You have to have your two vaccine shots plus a booster. If you don't have a booster, you need a PCR. You need a PCR test, and you need an app to get in. Load your information in the app, and then you can get into the country. So that was the other thing. Now they announced this week that October 11th, Japan opens its borders again. So this is like the 4th time they're announcing that they're open their borders. This time it is visa free, but again, they're not opening their borders because it's you still need the shots, and not every country is visa free. Some countries still need a visa. I think it's 66 countries that have that are visa free. So it's not really opening its borders. So it's just a level that they're moving towards that. Most of that is because I wonder if this is working. I wonder if Prism froze. I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep on talking. Most of that is because I think like 60% of the people in Japan do not want all the tourists. Most of their voters, most of the people who are supporting the government are anti this mass tourism stuff. And he's appealing to them. He's appealing to them, Kishida and his government. So it's it's really slow in the opening, and it's only because of them. It's specifically for those people. So anyways, my point is that Japan has done a great job of stalling this opening as much as possible to appeal to the local, to the domestic voters, and also to the international tourists. So it's amazing that common cold is a thing of the past. Yeah, that's true. No, I don't think Japan is not like a Thailand where it relies mostly on tourism. Thailand is, if Thailand doesn't have the borders open, there's people literally starving. There's people who make their livings, who live hand to mouth every day, who make their living from tourists. And I don't know what they did why don't the local people? Because it's an annoyance. And it is an annoyance. There's too many of them. There's too many of them, and they flock to all of the same places. Toshi, hello, good morning. And that's the problem. Yeah. Oops. But one of the good things about it is the main country that is not on that list and probably won't be for a while is China. Nothing personal to China, but a majority of the people who are coming into Japan or part of that mass tourism is the Chinese. So that is a major major source of all that stress, because they're the most of them. So that cuts like 60 to 70, 80% of all those people. So I'm able to leave the country, yes. But even living here, okay, this is just to show how strict Japan is. Even as a resident of here, to come back, I need a PCR test, a negative PCR test to get in because I don't have a booster shot. So that's another thing. Japan says, the borders are open, but you need 2 shots and a booster to get in to enter without a PCR test. If you don't have that, you need a PCR test. So that's another barrier. I heard they're going to get rid of ArriveCan. Yeah, I think people don't behave themselves. Well, you know what happens? Okay, that's a good question there. The Chinese tourist, again, I'm not, sorry, I shouldn't say Chinese tourists, but a lot of the local countries, they can skip over here in an hour. So they take this as like a shopping vacation. So I'm not going to pick on the Chinese. There's the Chinese, the Taiwanese, who else? Who's the other one? The big one. Oh, the Koreans, and maybe the Filipinos. I don't really see the Filipinos that much, but what they do is they have their shopping vacations, and they're not going to go far. They're not going to go into the deep countryside. So they stay in the big cities. They do major shopping there. They shove their stuff in the suitcases, and they just gather in the cities. They don't go too far from the airport, which means they're all in Osaka, they're all in Tokyo, or they're in Nagoya, and they just gather there, or Kyoto too. Kyoto's not too far from Osaka, so they can get there, and they all clump there. So that's a big problem. We're no longer right. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, ArriveCan is ending. That makes sense. You still need the PCR. Yes, I live here and I still need the PCR test. So that gives you an idea how strict it is. If you do not have a booster and you live here and you come back, you still need a PCR test. I don't know how people used to travel here like during the pandemic. I remember seeing pictures of people locked in their hotel rooms in quarantine, and they live here. It was ridiculous. I mean, it was almost as bad as China. So it was ridiculous. So, so that's coming up. And the thing is too, is the yen is very weak now. The yen is at its weakest in, I think it's like more than 20 or 30 years. Ridiculously low. So there's a huge push for people to come here. People want to come here. And also the Japanese government wants to capitalize on that and let people come in. So people spend their money. And they're going to do a tourist discount campaign starting October 11th. October 11th is when they open the borders, but really not opening the borders. So they're going to do a discount campaign. So it's going to be a lot of people, but again, it's not fully open. So it's not going to be like, it's not going to be like pre-pandemic. No way. Good to see you, Tim. Hey, I saw many Japanese travelers doing self-imposing at the appointment. Yeah. Go visit. Yeah, you could. Americans are exempt, so you could do that. But you still need your shots if you didn't get them. So, all right. Major life update is this. I got a new shirt. Let's lighten up the conversation. Got a new shirt. Not only do I have the Godzilla shirt in my wardrobe, but I got the hey, I'm always here. I got a new Cheetos t-shirt. Look at that, guys. Flamin' hot. Cheetos crunchy. This is Dolce & Gabbana fall collection. Cheetos crunchy flamin' hot t-shirt. Look at that. Oh, yeah. You love it. How amazing is that? It says there, with real cheese. How amazing is that? How cool is that? I got quad vaccine. Whoa. That's hot. So, and the funny thing is, it kind of does. The funny thing is, it kind of does fit like a haute couture shirt. Although I don't have many haute couture shirts, and I'm sure not too many do, but they fit tight at the top and kind of loose at the bottom. So it actually fits really good. It fits really good. Unfortunately, I can't wear it in the public because I look like an idiot, but I can wear it online where my dear friends here are watching and they won't make fun of me. Thank you. Yeah, so I love my Cheetos. I think you can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon for $30. I did no, I didn't lose weight. About the same. I'm about the same actually. But you know what I did? I got a haircut. That's what it is. Uh, you fit in. I don't think there's a signal problem. I got a haircut. I went into my barber. It's always hard for me to explain haircuts in Japanese. So I brought in a picture of Forrest Gump, and I think he did a pretty good job. I think Forrest Gump it looks like Forrest Gump. Flash your camera, flash your screen in front of somebody in your house and say, what does that look like? I bet you they'll say, is that Forrest Gump wearing a Cheetos shirt? I think it is. Junk food shirt that fits better than most of your shirts. There, this is my healthy way of enjoying Cheetos. I don't have to intake 1 calorie. Why can't you wear it in public? Denise is, well, Denise, I don't know if I could wear a Cheeto shirt in public. I probably could, because you know what, as a foreigner, I really don't care anymore. As a 50-year-old, well, not 50 yet, few years away, but as a 50-year-old foreigner, I don't even care anymore. Run, Forrest, run. Yeah, so. Let's see. What other things can we talk about? Chug, chug, chug. Not yet, bro. Not yet. No, not 50 yet. Me and Nick are almost the same. I do have some snacks here. You want to see some snacks? I did prepare some, and some of them are actually kind of cool. As long as Elvis costume fits. Oh, it's getting harder every year. Actually, I've gone down and up. The worst, I was 99 kilos one year, and that was Elvis the later years. But now I'm like Elvis maybe the 30s Elvis, 40s Elvis. So snacks, yeah, like my mom used to say. Life is like a box of Cheetos. Yeah. That's my motto. Life is like a box of Cheetos. You and my snacks. Yeah, something light. Yeah, it is Kit Kat time, Bruce Lee. Yeah. So let me show you one. This is chestnut. Fall season is coming, so we have chestnut flavored Kit Kats. Definitely no bugs today, no. Definitely one of the signs of fall is when you see them roasting chestnuts and the smell of roasted chestnuts. Not so much in Osaka, but if you go to Kyoto, there's quite a bit of roasted chestnuts there. So in Osaka, to replace that, we have Kit Kat chestnuts. That's our way of participating, getting in the fall spirit in Osaka with these Kit Kat. And in Japanese, you say kuri. Kuri. Kuri is, Kuri is Japanese chestnuts. My favorite snack back in school. Oh, me and Nick, we were elementary school classmates. John, hello. Thanks for coming in. I would say, you know what I used to enjoy? Those Hostess ketchup chips. Remember those? Those were so good. Well, it's because people like Kit Kats. That's why I usually do them. I think people are interested in, at least I think they are. Maybe I'm just blabbing on and on. Nobody does like them. I missed the roasted chestnuts in Manhattan. Did they have that? Really? A fungus from Asia kills all of America. Does it really? I didn't know that. We have a cricket factory. Oh, yeah. I did see that a lot more. I see that more in the news in Western media about crickets and insect snacks. So it's creeping over there. Pardon the pun, creeping over there. Why don't we get the flavor here? I don't know. It's a thing here to get lots of flavors. People like the variety here, I guess. Ketchup chips were awesome. Fun dips were good. What were the other ones? Remember, we used to go to the convenience store and pump quarters in the machine there and play, what was it? Not Street Fighter was one of them, but I forget the other games. Nerds. Yeah, that was a good one. Thanks, Joey. Joey sending me secret messages that nobody else is seeing. Thanks. All right. Here's another one. To get in the Halloween spirit. Okay, this is a big trend. Pac-Man, yeah. Yeah, Pac-Man was when I was super young. What about you guys? What was your treats? What was your go-to treat? Shinobi was awesome. What was your go-to treat when you were a kid? I think Americans, you had a different selection of stuff. You had better stuff. I always wanted to go to the States because we always had so many better treats. I remember it used to go down south and they had Payday. The one rolled in nuts. Those were so good. Dipping sticks. Yeah, those are awesome. Now and laters. I don't know that. What is a now and later? Denise. Cigarette candy. Yeah, I remember those. See you, Toshi. Thanks for coming in. I don't know now and later. I like the name, though. That's cool. The cigarette ones, they had the Popeye cigarette ones. I remember that. We used to have the Popeye ones. They were the cheapest sugar that you could probably make a candy with, but it was. Snickers bars were great, yeah. Does it get the variety of candy? Yeah, compared to the States, I remember they used to have some of the stuff always. Big League Chew only. Yeah. The Band-Aid can. I don't remember that one. I don't remember that one. I never had that one. Yeah, Big League Chew was awesome. Oh, shoving your mouth full of the gum, and then you have a few chews, and then all the flavor's gone. So, okay, here's another one. While you guys are thinking of more candies, I'll fill in the time with this. Getting in the Halloween spirit here with Kit Kat. This is one. Payday and Baby Ruth. Yeah, Baby Ruth is excellent. I love that one. I remember getting those at Halloween too. The little tiny bite-sized one. Thrills. Is that the licorice? Oh no, or was it the black licorice? You ate the candy and wrapper. It was like a tattoo. Oh yeah, I remember that. They were square candies in all flavors. Okay, like what are they called? I think I know. Really chewy kind of candy. I think that's what you're talking about, Denise. They have a haunted house you can build with cake. Oh, really? Okay, well this one's interesting because it's sweet potato, all right? Now, in Japan recently, there's been a huge trend for sweet potato. I don't know what it is, but especially with 20-year-olds. My students are around 20. They love sweet potato desserts. And one of the trends is, it's amazing that it's really hip to go to sweet potato cafes and have sweet potato desserts. And there's lineups out the door like for an hour at these sweet potato cafes. Sweet potato is healing option. It's not like a sweet potato back home. It is like a dessert sweet potato. Yeah, it's really strange. So all of my students are into it. There's lineups at the door. There's these sweet potato cafes popping up everywhere. And that is the hot trend in Japan right now, sweet potato. And so Kit Kat jumped on that with this sweet potato trend and did this for Halloween. Kind of a cool little illustration there. Halloween break. Talking Han's message. Kimochi style. I don't know what that is, but anyways. Okay. Potato French fry. Yes, those are big, right? Yeah. The candied sweet potatoes. They start pushing pumpkin. Yeah, right. The pumpkin spice at Starbucks. Mayariku, konnichiwa. I think you're Japanese. With the name like that, I believe you are Japanese. Real sweet potatoes are very interesting. Yeah, the Canadian ones are different. These are like I don't know. They're different. They're just more like a dessert. I was cosplaying as a movie thief at Nishimba. Oh, Street Fest. Oh, I was there. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming in. I guess next year we'll be back, right? Nippon Bashi Street Festa. 3 years they didn't. She should try pumpkin flavors just as healthy. Yeah, pumpkin is, pumpkin here, they eat it with, it's sweet too. So, I mean, pumpkin's a pumpkin, but They cook it with sugar, so it's sweet. It's almost like a sweet potato you're eating when you buy a pumpkin here that's been prepared. They make it with sugar and a soy sauce, and I forget what else, but you eat it in little squares, the pumpkins like that, and it's sweet. They add it with sugar. So okay, I'm gonna show you another sweet in a moment, but before we do that, Black Thunder, one of my favorites. They came out with a almond thunder, so it's got the almonds inside of it. A new flavor that they just came out with now. So, is it or try pumpkin flavor? You know, my icons are hiding the last person's what they're saying, so I can't see it until somebody else says something. Okay, this is the one I'm going to show you. Continuing, almonds are good for you too. Is it orange? I don't know. You want me to open it? I'll open it. Let's see. I didn't actually eat it. But I'll try it. So these are the almonds are good for you too. My dog loves pumpkin. Oh, really? It's yellow. I'm not going to eat it because the sugar rush just kills me. So they're yellow. Yeah. So okay, this is the grand finale, I guess, kind of. Yaki imo frappe. So this has been a trend here in the convenience stores too, is to make your own shake or smoothie. So you buy them like this in the freezer at the store, and they actually have a mixer there that you mix the frappe with. The milk comes out, then you mix it, and you drink it like to go, right? That's a trend. So there's been a whole bunch of brands doing collaborations with the convenience stores. There was Black Thunder, Frappe, and all these frappes. But this one here is Yaki Imo Frappe. This is a baked potato frappe. So this continues with the sweet potato theme, but this is a baked potato frappe. Does it actually have potato? Satsuma imo paste. Yeah, so there is paste of potato in there. I need glasses. Yeah, Satsuma imo paste, and yeah, so baked potato frappe. Definitely something you don't see back home. And this is another, are we going to try it? No, because you need to mix it with the machine at the store. So the funny thing is that when you buy this, you're supposed to make it at the store. I mean, unless you have a mixer at home, which I don't. But I actually was going to leave with it, and the girl was like, "Do you know how to make it?" Like wondering why I was taking it home. I was doing it for the show. Little does she know that I wear a Cheetos t-shirt and show people strange desserts from Japan. She just didn't know. Now she does. They need to throw some chunks of steak. Yeah, steak and potatoes, that would be good. So, but here's another, this is something I saw on Japanese TV. So, ice cream in Japan, there's two designations. I guess the same thing in Canada or United States. You have to say what your product is. Ice cream is not only known as ice cream, there's another type of ice cream which is called lacto ice. Talk to you over the computer. How incredible. Yeah, really. I do think about that sometimes. This is lacto ice. Now, cheaper ice cream in Japan is called lacto ice. It cannot be called ice cream. You know you're probably eating better quality or better quality product if it's labeled as ice cream. This is lacto ice. Now, I can't remember what they said lacto ice. I think lacto ice is like chemically produced ice cream, basically, that's dissolved in water. So it's really not ice cream. But it looks like ice cream and tastes like ice cream. But in terms of the product and what it's registered as, it's lacto ice. So if you see lacto ice, It is not really ice cream in terms of how Japan or Japanese products are designated. It's lacto ice intolerant. Yeah, lactose intolerant. Yeah, so no, yeah, I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I remember that uh, lacto ice refers to something that's not as healthy as ice cream. Ice cream is the milk product or something like that, and cream. This is not ice cream. It is lacto ice. That's what astronauts eat. Maybe I have no idea. But anyways, if you're in Japan and you're eating lacto ice, beware. It might not be as healthy for you. It's some sort of processed food to simulate ice cream and looks like ice cream and tastes like ice cream. So, but okay, we have ice milk. Maybe it is the same thing as that. So, potatoes flakes, yeah, artificially flavored. I don't know if it might. It might. I don't think it refers to the flavor. I think it refers to the what it is, like the what it's made of. But yeah, I'm sure it's artificially flavored too. Absolutely, yeah. Okay, anything else? Let's see. Upcoming typhoon weekend. I think I've spoken about everything I wanted to. So, who is this? Oh, we have another language here. Let me see. As soon as somebody's typed something, I'll be able to tell you. So let me tell you what I'm going to do next week. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do next week since everybody who's stuck around, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Gyunyu, gyushibobungachi. Oh yeah, so the fatty milk fat percentage is different. Okay. Ikuku is saying that the milk fat percentage is different for lacto ice. And for ice cream, it's higher. Oops. The enzyme it contains. Okay. Maybe if somebody's, I know everybody's got Google there, so you can find out what that means. But okay, next week, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. It's going to be a good one. Next, sumo. A lot of people like watching sumo. But next week, I'm going to do sumo, but a really strange sumo called nakizumo. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film it, but I'm going to try and film it. Nakizumo means crying sumo. So what they do is they put babies. It's baby sumo. So what happens is the man, there's usually two men holding a baby. Sometimes it's the father, sometimes it's the grandfather. And they put the babies in the ring, and the first baby who cries is the loser. And it's hilarious. I remember seeing it like 20 years ago. I was like, what in the F is this? And it's hilarious. This is different sumo. It's crazy. So it's funny. It's hilarious. I remember I just couldn't stop watching. It was so funny. I think I took video of it too. I might have like video camera from like 2002. Like I had like a Nikon pocket camera, like before cell phones had cameras. I had an actual pocket camera. It was crazy. So it's funny and it's cute and it's family friendly, and I think you'll really think it's funny. And we should bet. We should bet real money. Make it more fun. So that's next weekend. It'll be the same time as now. Yeah, same time as now. Actually, exactly now. It will be starting now next Sunday at 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. I think it is. So it'll be the same time as now, Saturday night. So get some money ready. Get some beers out. We're going to watch baby sumo crying. It's going to be awesome. No, yeah, the adults cry. Yeah. I'm taking bets. Yeah, I'm going to take bets for sure. So it should be fun. And there's a whole bunch of events coming on. Fall is always good because the temperature cools down, and lots of outdoor cozy events. And people are out. So maybe I'll do some more. But I did take a break too, just to detox. And yeah. I often wonder, like, a lot of people when they take breaks from social media, they use the term detox, and I think if you need to detox from something, it's probably not good to start with. Am I right? Yeah. Well, I got to work, so I got a job. But I think if you got to detox from something, I wonder how good it is in the first place. So, yeah. Um, but yeah, I could go on a whole diatribe about that. Um, so, but anyways, I'm gonna stop there before I go off on that tangent. But that's probably for another broadcast. So, thank you everybody for coming in. Good to see everybody again. Good to catch up with everybody again. And I hope you enjoyed it. Great to talk to everyone again. And yes, it's family entertainment. Absolutely. Yeah. So good to see everybody. Yeah. I'm going to be back next weekend with Crying Sumo. That's going to be nuts. And I'll look for other weird stuff too. And that's it. So thanks for coming in. Nick, good to see you again. Yeah, I will for sure. I'll try and be around more on social media during the week, but I'm like between the cat and my job, every minute is I'm pretty busy. So, Bruce Lee, good to see you again. Cheryl, great to see you. Paula, Denise, Joey, John, Jonathan, I got some bonsais coming up for sure. The big bonsai exhibition at the end of November is coming. So, Halloween is coming. It should all be good. Oh, Tatsuya, hello. Sashiburi desu ne. Yes. Good to see you. Mariana, good to see you again. And yeah, so we'll see you next Sunday. If I can do anything else on Friday or Saturday, if I find something, I'll do it. But if not, I'll definitely be back here at the same time as now, showing you babies crying in their little sumo outfits, which is super cute and funny. So thanks, Denise. And sorry to hear about your brother, and my condolences to you and your family. So cheers, everybody. Good to see you. And we'll see you next Sunday, or maybe before. Bye for now.